Have you ever wondered why the New Testament has exactly 27 books? And what happened to all the other Gospels and letters written in the early days of Christianity? It's a fascinating story, so let's dive in. When Christianity first began, there was no Bible as we know it. Instead, there were dozens of texts circulating among the early communities. You had Gospels, letters, apocalypses, and stories about the apostles. People were reading the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Peter, and the Acts of Paul and Thecla right alongside the writings that are now in our Bibles. So, how did we end up with the final 27? A common myth is that a single church council met one day and just decided, banning all the other books. But that's not how it happened. Early Christian communities started using the texts they found most helpful for worship, teaching, and inspiration. They were looking for writings they believed could be traced back to the original apostles or their closest companions. Over time, a consensus began to build. The four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, were widely seen as telling the most reliable and spiritually powerful story of Jesus. The letters of Paul provided essential guidance for how to run a church and live a Christian life. These texts became the go-to resources. So what happened to all the other books? Why were they left out? Some were considered theologically strange. For instance, many Gnostic Gospels presented a very different view of Jesus and salvation that didn't align with the apostolic tradition. Others were seen as too legendary, filled with fantastical stories that seemed less historically grounded. Think of them as the fan fiction of the ancient world. And some books simply lost the popularity contest. What this tells us is that the Bible didn't just fall from the sky, complete and bound. It's the product of centuries of human discussion, devotion, and decision. By understanding what was left out, we can better appreciate the diversity of early Christianity and the process that gave us the New Testament we have today.